Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Spaniard School. This is episode number 78, How to Handle Going Back to School. This is a timely episode because as I record this, it's August 22nd. Some of you have already started school. The rest of us are starting here in the next week or two. And this episode is designed to help you increase the chances or increase the odds of having a successful, positive year at school. Whether you're anxious, whether you're nervous, whether you're stressed, whether you're calm and relaxed, however you're approaching going back to school, my goal here is to share three different ideas or perspectives, three different areas that can, like I said, help you increase the likelihood or your chances of a positive and successful school year. The first area I'm going to cover is a social aspect. So when you think social or socially, you think friends, you think classmates, you think maybe teammates, you think the other people around you at school. So when I think about a social aspect that can help you increase the likelihood of a successful year, it's a couple of things I want to say. First is this: understand that friends come and go. So you are off during the summer, or you have maybe things that you were doing over the summer, people you were hanging out with, you come back to school and you realize that some things have changed. Maybe your best friend from last year, first day of school, totally ignores you. Maybe the group of kids that you hung out with that you didn't see over the summer, maybe they got into stuff that you don't really want to get into. Maybe stuff that you know might not be the best choice for you to make. Maybe you were totally alone last year and you come back and you realize, oh, hey, there's people here for me. Understand that friends, relationships, they evolve, they change, they come and they go. And I know it's not easy in the moment, but to trust what I'm saying, trust the fact that relationships evolve and change, come and go over time. And those relationships in your life that are supposed to be there, they'll come back. I've mentioned this before on the show, but I have my best friends today that I was best friends with when I was a kid. I have best friends today that I didn't even know existed until a couple years ago. I have acquaintances or friends that have been my friend, not great, not the most distant friend, but we're acquaintances, we're friends. Hey, how you doing? Great. That I've known for 30, 40 plus years. I'm only 42, so 30 plus years. Understand that. Relationships come and go. It's going to seem like the end of the world when your best friend turns their back on you, when your boyfriend or your girlfriend breaks up with you. It is. It's intense. It's a lot of emotion, but trust when I say the sun does come up tomorrow and that these relationships come and go over time. The ones that are supposed to be in your life, they will stay in your life or they will come back to your life after they're gone. I also challenge you this in terms of a social aspect of going back to school. Not only don't be afraid, but I encourage you, step outside your social box. What that means is this: if you see a boy or a girl who doesn't have many friends, who might not have a loving home life, and you are blessed to have that in your life, invite that boy or girl over to sit at your lunch table. Say hi, hold the door, ask them what they're doing this weekend, invite them to a party, interact socially. Understand the gift you have to brighten someone's day, to include someone. It's very lonely to feel alone, and it feels like $1 million to sense that somebody cares. So extend your hand, invite that boy or girl over, sit at your table, to your party, talk to them, interact with them. Don't be afraid of your friends saying, what are you talking to them for? Understand the difference you can make in that student's life. The next aspect is academics. I was always an academic student, meaning I got straight A's most of the time. I got some B's here and there. Academics was very important. I always studied, but I kind of studied for the test. I studied to get an A. It wasn't until later in life that I really developed, evolved, grew my love of learning. Understand that whether you love learning or you don't love learning, you're at school. Compulsory education. You have to be there. You're there. So you might as well make the most of it. Some of the things that you're going to learn, you're never going to use again in your life. One of my most difficult subjects, like physics, math, I think it was geometry specifically, those classes were so tough for me. And I despised going there because I felt so unprepared and just like I was broken in those classes. Whether you love learning or don't love learning, use it for what it can help you develop. Meaning, even though you may despise chemistry class, even though you might care less about literature or grammar or what's a noun or what's a verb, et cetera, understand that you're developing skills that you can use later in life toward things that you love. Learning is one of my favorite things in the world. Learning via books, learning via podcasts, learning via YouTube, the internet, social media. There is so much out there to learn. And as you grow older and develop more freedom in your life, it's your world. It's your world to learn whatever you want to learn. But in the here and now, even if you despise the content, you can't stand this class or that class, understand that you're developing skills, critical thinking skills, patience, memory. You're developing your vocabulary. You're creating these kind of tools within your brain that will make you better when you find and or are able to focus learning on the things that you love. If you're watching on YouTube, you see all these books behind me. I love it. I have books that I want to learn, the books that I want to read, books that I want to learn about. But I put in the work when I was your age, developing my capabilities, my mental capabilities, my learning capabilities. So now it's like a wide open ball game. So even if you feel stressed out, even if you can't stand that class, understand, think big picture. Later on, you can use and develop these skills. Another academic principle here real quick that I want to throw at you is focus on your effort. You're going to get A's, you're going to get B's, maybe C's, D's, E's. I have failed tests before. I have done not good on academic stuff before. Focus on your preparation and focus on your effort. If your preparation and your effort are at a 10 out of 10, I'm proud of you. I trust that your family, your friends, your teachers, they're going to be proud of you, but it's got to be legit. It's got to be 100% preparation, 100% effort. The grades, they'll come and go. They'll be up and down, but you control your preparation and your effort academically. And then the last thing is kind of a mental approach. And I'll go back to the kind of the academic idea. School can be really stressful academically. It can be really stressful socially. It can be really stressful because you're maybe dealing with stuff outside of school that you're bringing into school. Maybe you feel like a teacher has it out for you. It's important via your mindset, your mentality, to understand you're going to have ups and downs. But the most important thing you can do is to keep going, right? Focus on your effort. Focus on doing your best and believe in the fact of just keeping going. That maybe this school year when you don't think you can, I only ask that you keep going. You know, my daughter, she does these kid running series. And I said to her one day, hey, she does great. Like she pushes herself. She like gives all of her effort. I said, hey, Gracie, when you don't think you can go anymore, just keep going. So I'm saying to you, as you head into this school year and beyond, trust that you have the strength, trust you have the ability, that when you don't think you can, whether it's because of academic stress or social stress or home stress or whatever stress it is, trust in me, trust when other people tell you that when you don't think you can, just keep going. And the more you do that, the more muscles, not bicep muscles, but kind of internal strength, character strength muscles that you're developing. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you have a great back to school and a great school year in general. And if I'm visiting your school this year, doing an assembly and meet and greet, I can't wait to do it. And please check out my books below in the show notes and show description. We have Go Figure, which is book 1 in the Days of Spaniard series. We have Driven Young Reader edition. We have, which is my autobiography. We have book 2, Watch Me, in the Days of Spaniard series coming out. We have book 3 coming out soon, The Day My Brain Broke. All those books, information is below. And if you're not yet subscribed to the Spaniard School podcast, give us a subscription. See you.